about Caitlin Clark, Team USA, and LeBron James? As we know, a lot of us believe that this may end up being the last season, I think, for LeBron. I don't know. Maybe he'll play another one. He's missed games due to injury. Now, him and Caitlin Clark, they're in pretty good standing with each other. Now, one should keep in mind,
she built an empire around it, then Team USA ripped it away. Caitlin Clark, women's basketball icon, was forced to ditch her iconic number 22. This wasn't a choice, it was a mandate, exposing raw power dynamics and silent rivalries simmering. Fans and insiders question everything. Clark, known for fierce resolve, reportedly snapped, forced to internalize this staggering demand. This change reveals an uncomfortable truth about how the establishment views its brightest stars. It's a calculated challenge to her unparalleled dominance, designed to reset perceptions. Stripping away her recognizable symbol speaks volumes, laying bare unseen forces in women's pro sports. What agenda justifies such undermining? The silent war is out.
You've got multiple athletes with the same number as Caitlin Clark. Now, personally speaking, I feel like she ought to be able to wear her 22. But nonetheless, it looks like she's making a big change, folks. There's a case to be made that Indiana Fever superstar Caitlin Clark's 22 is the most recognizable number in women's sports right now. I don't think there's even I don't think it's arguable at all. I just think when you think of far and away women's sports, jersey numbers, to be real, I mean,
Clark's number 22 isn't just popular, it's arguably the most recognizable symbol in all of women's sports. Think women's basketball, think 22 and Clark. Synonymous with her historic college career and explosive WNBA debut, this number is a global brand, a beacon for millions. Forcibly removing it for Team USA isn't minor, it's a direct affront to her unparalleled influence and the recognition she single-handedly brought to the game. This decision sends a clear message. Even a superstar must conform, challenging individual branding. Her unprecedented recognition makes the forced change jarring. Its removal's underlying reasons are now heavily scrutinized, raising questions about control and identity.
Brent. Cheryl Swoops is also known for wearing that number during her iconic professional career. I don't give a damn. Not one person could have told you what any of the three's numbers was. Yeah, the Asia, I don't give a shit. I don't want to hear it. Asia, Cameron, or Cheryl Swoops. Nobody knew that. Nobody knew they wore 22. Stop that. The fact that Clark and Wilson were on the same 2025 WNBA All-Star team caught the attention, if only because there was some question about a shared number and how it would be handled. Ultimately, it didn't matter because Clark was out, of course, with the groin.
What makes this explosive is Clark isn't the only player to wear 22. Legends like Asia Wilson and Cheryl Swoops also donned it, but nobody knew those numbers before Clark. Not a single person could have told you. This isn't a diss, it's a brutal reality check on brand recognition. Clark's 22 transcended the game, becoming iconic like no other. So for Team USA to claim a shared number issue, when only one player's 22 truly resonates globally, exposes hypocrisy. Was this truly about avoiding overlap, or a deliberate move to diminish Clark's unique brand visibility, cloaked under standard procedure? The contrast couldn't be starker, shining a harsh light on selective recognition and potential favoritism.
Completely different number than what they're accustomed to on their professional teams. Caitlin Clark is going to wear number 17 at Team USA training camp. I'm going to tell you this, and I can't believe I'm going to use the word if. When she makes the roster as what should be the starting point guard for Team USA, that Team USA number 17 jersey about to sell. Woo-wee. They're going to be gone in moments. They will be gone in moments. On November 24th, news broke that Clark will be taking part in the USA basketball.
Team USA rules are clear. No shared numbers. Players often can't keep their pro team numbers. This takes on new meaning for Caitlin Clark. It's not just inconvenience, it's a symbolic stripping of identity. Other players change numbers, but Clark's impact is undeniably different due to her 22's immense global recognition. This isn't just uniformity, it's the uncomfortable tension between individual superstardom and team conformity. A battle where Team USA asserts dominance. The forced conformity, especially for the sport's biggest draw, exposes profound internal conflict. Does the system uplift stars or keep them in line? The message is clear. No player is bigger than the program.
And come up, I don't know how big it's going to be. Number. Okay, number. Right there. Number 17. So who is actually getting 22? Is anybody getting 22? Nobody. Nobody on the squad is wearing 22. Well, that's a little strange. Maybe they decided, since there's multiple players that wear 22, nobody was going to wear 22. Aaliyah Boston's going to be 30, in case you're wondering.
So, what number will the future of women's basketball wear for Team USA? Get ready for Caitlin Clark in number 17. A completely new, unfamiliar designation many fans struggle to process. This isn't random, it's a deliberate detachment from the persona she's cultivated since college. Seeing her in 17 will feel alien, a stark visual representation of this imposed transformation. It's a jarring shift that forces a mental reset for everyone who associates her with the iconic 22. This new number symbolizes the immediate erasure of a globally recognized brand in favor of national team protocol. How quickly can a new identity take hold when the old one is so deeply ingrained? This visual disconnect further amplifies the underlying tension.
Caitlin Clark responded to these. And there you see the response on Instagram itself. Let me just bring this up because somebody grabbed it. Right there, she responded. And it was just various shots of LeBron playing year 23. That's funny. Caitlin Clark just simply replied with King. As we know, that's one of LeBron James's nicknames, is King James. By the way, I believe, let me just scroll down here and look. Did I see?
Here's the plot twist. Team USA forced Clark out of 22, citing shared numbers. Yet nobody on the entire roster is wearing 22. This isn't just strange, it directly contradicts the reason given. If no one has 22, why couldn't Clark keep it? This omission exposes a suspicious gap in the official narrative, making the decision less about logistics, more about something else. It feels like a deliberate snub, a missed marketing opportunity, or a pointed statement at the sport's biggest star. The absence of 22 when a global icon wore it screams of an untold story, shining a harsh light on the true motivations behind the rule. This glaring inconsistency fuels the fire, making fans question the process.
I believe it's going to ultimately be his last year, I think, probably before he goes and plays Saudi Arabia basketball. You know, there was rumors out there that they literally might pay him like $200 million for 2 seasons or something like that. Wow. That's ridiculous. That's absolutely ridiculous. But nonetheless, we all know, I mean, LeBron James has been extremely and openly supportive of Caitlin Clark. I'll give him credit for that. You know, it's weird. She's gotten a ton.
The revelation nobody else is wearing 22 intensifies the controversy. It hints at an underlying tension, perhaps Team USA's unwillingness to let one player's brand overshadow the collective, even if it generates unprecedented interest. Is this a subtle power play to reinforce authority, or a deliberate attempt to diffuse perceived favoritism towards Clark, regardless of her unparalleled impact? Leaving 22 vacant rather than letting Clark keep her identity exposes a cautious, even resistant approach to embracing individual superstardom within the team framework. This unspoken conflict is a clear sign of deeper politics at play, raising questions about equity and influence.
You know, it's weird. She's gotten a ton of support from NBA players. It's the jealous WNBA players that really and truly never want to actually just come out and give her full credit and give her support and acknowledgement and all that sort of thing. Isn't that crazy? That's crazy, but that's a fact. Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time.
Despite the forced change, Caitlin Clark's market power is undeniable. Prognosticators predict the Team USA number 17 jersey will sell out in moments. This showcases her ability to turn any number, any product, into an instant gold mine. The sheer demand for her merchandise, even with a new unfamiliar number, underscores her immense influence and fan base loyalty. It's a testament to her star power that even a controversial number change can't diminish her commercial appeal. This phenomenon exposes the undeniable truth. Clark's brand transcends the jersey number itself. The immediate sellout will be a clear message to Team USA about the financial impact she brings, regardless of her uniform. It reveals the true, unshakable power of her global presence. The saga doesn't end with jersey numbers. LeBron James, an NBA Titan, has been an open and vocal supporter of Caitlin Clark. This isn't a casual nod. LeBron has actively championed her, a stark contrast to the less enthusiastic reception she sometimes receives from within her own league. Their shared Nike athlete status creates a natural bond, but LeBron's endorsement goes beyond corporate ties. He recently dropped a video to which Clark simply replied, "King," a clear sign of mutual respect. This public backing from a basketball legend exposes a powerful dynamic. The men's side of the sport seems far more willing to embrace Clark's impact than some WNBA peers. It highlights a fascinating dichotomy in support that raises eyebrows. This isn't isolated. The transcript reveals a pattern. Caitlin Clark has received a ton of support from NBA players. This outpouring of solidarity from male athletes, including Kevin Durant, who publicly acknowledged LeBron as king, is significant. It exposes a fascinating contrast to the often muted or critical responses from some WNBA players. Why such a difference? Why do the giants of the men's game so readily embrace her, while some contemporaries struggle to give her full credit? This disparity shines a harsh light on internal politics and potential jealousies within the WNBA, finally bringing to the surface what many have whispered. NBA support stands in stark opposition, revealing an undeniable truth about underlying tension. The transcript statement is damning. It's the jealous WNBA players that never want to give her full credit and support. That's a fact. This isn't speculation, it's a direct accusation, exposing deep-seated resentment. This unfiltered assessment cuts to the core, revealing uncomfortable truths about league dynamics. While Clark brings unprecedented eyes and money, some players are unwilling to celebrate her success wholeheartedly. This stark accusation exposes a pervasive undercurrent of envy and resistance to her singular rise. The contrast with NBA support becomes even more glaring, laying bare a painful reality for the WNBA. This internal WNBA conflict isn't just about personal feelings, it has real-world implications for the league's growth and perception. When the biggest star isn't fully embraced by all peers, it sends a confusing message to new fans. The alleged jealousy not only creates an awkward atmosphere, but actively undermines the collective progress Clark's popularity is driving. It exposes a systemic issue where individual success, when truly stratospheric, can ironically become a point of contention rather than universal celebration. This resistance to fully acknowledge Clark's impact risks alienating the very audience she's bringing in, highlighting a profound strategic misstep. The internal friction is now a visible fracture, jeopardizing the league's unity and future. Anticipation for Team USA training camp, December 12th through 14th, is at an all-time high, fueled by this number controversy. Caitlin Clark will be there, ready to compete, likely as starting point guard. The world's eyes won't just be on her performance, they'll watch for subtle reactions, hints of her true feelings about this forced identity shift. This camp isn't just basketball, it's a crucible where tension between individual star power and organizational control will play out. The spectacle of her in a new jersey, under intense scrutiny, will be a defining moment. This event exposes the true test of her resilience, on and off the court, as she navigates this challenging new chapter. The drama's palpable, as everyone awaits the smallest crack in her composure. The situation surrounding Clark's jersey number change for Team USA, especially that no one else is wearing 22, feels like a monumental missed marketing opportunity. Imagine the global buzz, the unified branding, if Clark had worn her iconic 22 on the national stage. Instead, the decision creates a fracture, a visual disconnect that could have been easily avoided. This strategic blunder exposes a lack of foresight or a deliberate choice to prioritize internal politics over maximizing global appeal and merchandise sales. It raises questions: is Team USA truly capitalizing on the unprecedented moment Clark has created, or are they inadvertently stifling it? The missed chance to amplify her brand globally is a glaring exposure of priorities. Beyond the immediate impact, this incident with Clark's number 22 sets a troubling precedent for future superstars. Will every generational talent be subjected to similar identity stripping upon joining the national team? It raises concerns. Will individual branding, crucial for athlete marketing, always take a back seat to potentially arbitrary team regulations, especially when reasoning appears inconsistent? This forced change exposes systemic resistance to fully embracing the unique brand equity individual athletes bring. The message to rising stars is clear: conform or your unique identity might be sidelined. This precedent could have long-term implications for how top players view national team commitments, potentially dampening future enthusiasm. It's a chilling exposure of power dynamics that could deter future global icons. The sheer hypocrisy of the WNBA All-Star situation highlights the arbitrary nature of the number 22 issue. Clark, Wilson, and Sonia Centron all wore 22 professionally. For the WNBA All-Star game, a similar number clash was simply not an issue because Clark was out with a groin injury. This previous non-issue exposes the convenience of applying rules differently. If it wasn't a problem for the All-Star team, why is it such a critical, non-negotiable issue for Team USA, especially when no one else is even wearing the number? This glaring inconsistency shines a harsh light on selective enforcement, making the Team USA decision appear even more targeted and less about genuine logistical concerns. The selective application of policy unearths deeper, unsettling truths. LeBron James potentially playing his last NBA season, perhaps moving to Saudi Arabia for a massive contract, weaves an intriguing thread into this story. His consistent, unwavering support for Caitlin Clark, despite his own career uncertainties, further emphasizes the alleged lack of support Clark faces from some WNBA players. It's almost as if an external legend at the twilight of his career is providing the mentorship and recognition internal figures are withholding. This contrast starkly exposes divergent approaches to celebrating a groundbreaking talent, highlighting a deeper issue within women's professional basketball. The timing of his vocal support amidst her personal controversies underscores the profound split in how she is perceived and supported across different basketball echelons. This dynamic reveals a sobering truth about allyship. The question of who gets 22 on Team USA, even after Clark was forced out, remains a glaring point of contention. The official roster shows Leah Boston in 30, Sonia Centron in 20, and Angel Reese in 25. The number 22 is conspicuously absent, left completely open. This deliberate void, when a globally recognized star had to surrender it, screams volumes. It's not just about a player losing a number, it's about the deliberate non-assignment of that number to anyone else. This move, more than anything, exposes the true nature of the decision. It was not about number clashes, but about something far more strategic and potentially contentious regarding individual branding versus team hierarchy. The silent omission of 22 is a powerful statement in itself. So, while Caitlin Clark prepares to don number 17, a symbol forced upon her, the entire basketball world will be watching for her response. Will she truly snap, unleashing the frustration many believe she harbors? Or will she channel this perceived slight into an even more dominant performance, proving her worth beyond any jersey number? The tension is palpable, the underlying dynamics exposed for all to see. This forced change is more than a superficial alteration. It's a test of her resolve, a public display of the challenges that come with unprecedented fame. The decision has inadvertently shone a harsh spotlight on the internal politics of Team USA and the WNBA, forcing uncomfortable conversations that were previously whispered in the shadows. The real story isn't just a number, it's about control, identity, and the price of superstardom. In the end, this shocking change imposed on Caitlin Clark by Team USA has done far more than just alter a jersey number. It has ripped back the curtain, exposing the raw, often uncomfortable truths about power dynamics, perceived jealousies, and the struggle between individual branding and organizational control within professional sports. It's a compelling narrative of a superstar navigating an environment that doesn't always seem ready to fully embrace her revolutionary impact. The forced shift to number 17 and the lingering questions surrounding it leaves us to ponder, is the establishment truly ready for the seismic shift Caitlin Clark is bringing? Or are they still trying to force a square peg into a round hole? The answers, now laid bare, challenge our very understanding of sports hierarchy and the recognition of true greatness.